Hi, folks, and welcome to A Mortician's Tale.
We're so glad you decided to come on by.
It's really nice to have you
Prop
here.
your feet up. Let us pour you a drink. We're going to be playing A Mortician's Tale.
Yeah, we're going to have
an
interesting, low-key, but still fascinating experience today, and I'm pumped for it.
We're in the midst of a saga of playing a bunch of one-offs. And this is a really fun one because this is as different energy as the one we played previously as possible. I won't date it. I won't say what it was.
No, but I like whiplash. I love going on a journey.
So come with us. Everyone breathe in. You ready? For 3. And I'll breathe out with me.
September 14 at 10:15. Here we are. It's us.
It's us.
Look at us.
Are there tattoos?
Yeah.
Look at us.
She
Hi.
looks cool. Hi. Let's see.
Gina, we got a message. Gina.
I'm going
Gina,
as fast as I can.
God damn it, Gina! Sorry, everyone. And breathe in for 2.
Hello, and welcome to our new funeral director from Matthew Jeffrey to Charlie.
Us.
Welcome, Charlie. Nice to meet you. My name's Matthew, and I'm mainly going to be the man who delivers the bodies to you and helps with some of the more heavy lifting. Ever hear that joke about the hearse driver? I'll tell it to you when I come by in a bit. Looking forward to working together. I think you'll enjoy working here. Amy is a sweetheart, but she runs a tight ship. Nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. She wouldn't have hired you otherwise. Cheers and good luck. Matthew J., funeral director, Rose and Daughters Funeral Home.
Perfect. Nice. Amy Rose, like from Sonic?
Amy Rose, like from Sonic?
Like from Sonic? Like my boyfriend?
Do you want to be Amy? Do you want me to be Amy?
I'll be Evan.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our new funeral director, Charlotte, or Charlie, as I'm told she's like to be referred to. Charlie is a recent graduate who came highly recommended and is eager to begin her career with us here at Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Please take the time to make Charlie feel at home within our little family. We'll have a nice catered lunch this afternoon so we can all get to know each other a little better as well. Sincerely, Amy Rose, founder and director, Rose and Daughters Funeral Home.
Okay, we've got more instructions from Amy Rose.
Hello, Charlie. Well, you're here,
You sound
new
like a
here.
unicorn.
Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
Okay, anyway.
Well, you're new here, so it's probably best I explain where everything is. In your office and preparation room, you'll find your cremation station, cremulator station, embalming station, and obviously, since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. I know you have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. Best, Amy Rose, founder and director, Rose Daughters Funeral Home.
Jen Love. I guess my subject line to you should start being more professional now that we are business professionals.
Ooh.
I can't wait to get your reply so I can see your fancy new email signature. I love that you were able to land this gig straight after graduating. It sounds super cool. I didn't even know mom and pop funeral homes were a thing until now. Guess it's not just something I really think about much about. I should look more into it, learn more about your world and industry, because as I said, you are now a very serious professional.
That's so thrilling. Ooh.
Speaking of being a professional, my museum gig is amazing. I can't believe somebody paid me to move to London, and not London,
Ontario?
That's what I thought too.
I think so.
Ontario, serial killer capital of Canada, to work in a museum. Take that, everyone who said I couldn't get a job with an art history degree. I'll tell you more about it when we Skype. My stories require you to see my face and that you hear my excellent British accent impersonation. Also, I signed you up for a funerals monthly newsletter. Consider it our graduation gift. I love you, and I'm super proud of you. Love, 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 love.
Thanks, Jen.
Jen L., Museum Curator, London Pathology Museum.
Hello, Charlie.
You're so right.
Hope you settled in okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you were really friendly, and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. You'll get used to his sense of humor. Your first body is Mrs. Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. The family seems a little bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier if that's possible. That being said, although you will not be embalming Mrs. Garcia, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her body. No one is going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect for the deceased and their loved ones. You'll find Mrs. Garcia in the prep room. Talk soon, Amy Rose. Special request for my funeral. Dear Mia, of course we will happily oblige your request for no embalming and for a closed casket. I'll ensure our funeral director receives your request.
So this was just the original request sent in. Dear Amy, we're happy to be with Rose and daughters for my mother's funeral. We understand that there are usually procedures that must be followed in these situations, but if you could kindly not embalm my mother, that would be greatly appreciated. And we will proceed with a closed casket for the service. I just know she wouldn't have wanted her death to have any negative impact on the environment, and since she fought so hard to beat her heart disease and to live healthily, it would be a shame to have her final moments be counter to the way she lived. Thank you for everything you can do to help us in this matter.
We got you, Mia.
Best, Mia.
We're going to kill this.
Gonna go respond and say...
Pun intended.
Sure.
Yeah, great.
Oh, oops. Well, I guess we're done.
No, that was fine. Whatever.
Okay, so we
That's
go
Mrs.
clean.
Garcia. Hi,
Yep.
Mrs. Garcia. Oh, hi, beautiful. You look lovely. We're gonna help clean you off.
This is the prep room where you will prepare bodies for burial and viewings. Because the family has requested a closed casket ceremony with no embalming, you are just
You keep going.
crazy. You're just going to clean the body. Click on the sponge to drag it to the body to clean it.
Come on, my children.
That's it. You're done. Miss Garcia will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting her in the casket. It's time to go to Mrs. Garcia's funeral. You are responsible for taking care of the deceased body, but it is also important to pay your respects to their loved ones. Follow the arrow to head to the funeral parlor.
Well, I have decided the dogs are going to do what they do.
Yeah, I think sometimes you just have to kind
Sometimes that's just the way,
live
way
with-
the cookie crumbles.
Yep.
Oh, everyone. Okay, great.
And we changed into more formal attire.
Perfect.
Hi.
She would have hated these paintings. She was so particular.
Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess.
That's... yeah, I guess.
Hi.
Yeah, I heard the family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not.
Embalming weirds me out. Do those chemicals leach into the ground? Seems strange to be using a chemical that is known to cause cancer and putting it into the ground like that.
Or into the sewer. That's what they do with the leftover formaldehyde, right? And just pour it down the drain.
At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive.
Oh, stop it. Don't make me laugh now.
Okay. A child.
A child. A child.
Mommy, I'm hungry. When can we go?
Loved him.
A real featured role. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy, but it's always so cold in these funeral homes.
I think I might actually miss those sweaters she used to knit for me now.
Hello.
Hey, man. Well, we don't usually small talk a lot of these things. At least that's what I always thought.
Okay. Is there other than...
You want to check the casket?
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. Here
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, Basil, could you just shut your little mouth up?
Can
Love
you
you.
can you be chill?
Can you be chill?
Mama?
Basil, we're at a funeral, okay? Behave yourself.
Okay, I'm
All
gonna...
right, that's it?
I'm gonna leave.
Great. All right.
October 11, 10:09.
I guess we're not at the funeral anymore, so Basil can talk, I guess. We should get Basil a microphone.
You should be able to trust me. She's heard.
You wanna voice the next character, girl?
Here we go. From Jennifer. Oh, it's Jennifer. Okay, so let me explain this in a bit more detail. A colleague and I were discussing the tight lacer's liver specimen we have here at the museum. It's from a woman who died in 1907, and the liver is tapered inward from what the doctors leading the autopsy believed was too tight lacing of her corset. It's fascinating because it's kind of a controversial topic. Tight lacing was super popular, and while people associated it with fainting or hysteria, it's actually been associated with visceroptopsis, which is when the organs fall to the lower part of the abdomen, right? Which is super unsettling, but can also be caused by being pregnant. So, TLDR, of course, it's probably messed up some bones, but likely didn't do the kind of internal organ damage. And I'm tired of the condescension about my wardrobe that also implies I don't know what I'm doing. These are the kinds of things I specially research, and yet I am treated like I know nothing about. I'm having a day, Charlie.
I am so frustrated right now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the first one.
Yeah. Can I rant for a second? I'm so tired of hearing strangers, colleagues, anybody, cough, male colleagues, cough, get on my case about wearing corsets. I wear them under my blazer and over a nice blouse, so it's not like I'm dressing inappropriately, even though dress codes are such sexist BS anyway. And I hate how their misogyny gets veiled in faux concern. Jen, I'm just worried you're damaging your body. You know what corsets do to livers, right? Corsets don't do anything to livers. They're definitely not hurting me as much as your condescension is hurting my head. Sorry. I'm out of sorts right now. I'll send you another email in a little while, but when I've cooled off a bit.
Oh, Jen, sorry. Sucks. Genuinely.
Just passing this message along. Thanks for the hard work, Charlie.
Hi, Amy. Please pass along my deepest thanks to you and your staff for the wonderful job they did with my mother's funeral. It was really lovely. Our family so rarely gets together. It was nice seeing everyone come out for such a beautiful service. My son never gets to see his family. Also, it was incredibly kind of you to let us bring our own food in. Getting to share home-cooked meals, sharing stories, being there together. It meant a lot. So what I'm saying is it was nice for everyone to be there like that. Together in that way. And I know how much that was due to the work of your staff, especially your funeral director. Thank you for making this difficult time easier for all of us.
Hell yeah, we killed it. Good for us.
Oh, this is Matthew. Hey there, Charlie. I was driving around the other day, taking our clients on the last trip around town, and I was thinking, strange, I know. Did I ever tell you about the time I went to a funeral? The first time I went to a funeral. I was a teenager about to start university, and a friend of mine was killed in a car accident, totally out of the blue. Really tragic stuff. That's me and my friends up real good. But so the big day, we all got into our best suits and dresses and packed ourselves into a few cars. There were a lot of us, so we had at least 3 different cars full of us, like clown cars, While we were in the procession, we were in the procession going to the cemetery. Somebody in our car got on a phone call from a friend in a different car. Turns out some asshat driver who doesn't know to not get in the way of a procession drove through the intersection and smashed right into our friend's car. Nobody was hurt, thank God. But can you imagine getting that call? Anyway, one of my friends in the same car as me, the one who got the phone call, hung up and started laughing. Just laughing her ass off in that way that makes you not sure if they're really just crying or if they've gone full off the deep end. And she laughed. And then we all started giggling because, go figure. Life is messed up sometimes, There's no moral, no point to that story, I guess. I just remembered that story and wanted to tell you. Because we work with death all the time. and I still sometimes get caught off guard by what that actually means. Oh, before you get any ideas, this has nothing to do with why I became a funeral director. That decision came totally later, and it's nothing unremarkable. Somebody had to do it, and I had a strong stomach, so why not? See you in a bit, Charlie.
Bye, Matthew. We all know that everyone is this like an infographic?
This is our newsletter
Okay,
that
sure.
Jennifer sent us.
We all know everyone wants to be respectful at funerals. Don't talk too loudly, be kind, smile, and refrain from making inappropriate jokes. At least around the grieving family. Hey, sometimes some people do need a little bit of a pick-me-up during such hard times. Who are we to judge? And a big part of that is knowing what to wear. Roman Catholic funerals tend to lean more to the formal, black attire rule, and it works for us. Did you know this goes back to the days of the Roman Empire where people would wear black as a symbol for mourning? Black isn't universally the symbol of mourning, though. If you're attending a funeral that is from a culture that is not from your own, it's important to understand this. Some colors have different meanings, and despite your best intentions, the wrong choice could mean accidental offense. For example, in Hinduism and in Chinese cultures, white is typically a color of funerals. For Islam, though, it's less about the color you're wearing and more about how modestly you're dressed. Refrain from wearing any elaborate jewelry and be respectful of your behavior. For Sikh funerals, color of the clothing isn't as important as is dressing modestly and being able to appropriately sit cross-legged. Actually, being respectful is just the #1 rule for any funeral, no matter what, really. Remember that. And please don't hesitate to ask what is and isn't appropriate to wear. If you're attending to support a friend, family member, or partner, this day is not about you. So be sure to do whatever you can to be as respectful and supportive as possible, even if that means not wearing what you're used to wearing at a funeral, or even if it just means asking how you can appropriately show your respects.
Okay,
Thanks.
next job.
Hi, Charlie. Here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one, and the family was very happy with you. No small feat, of course. Pleasing a grieving family isn't exactly the most comfortable of jobs. Your next job is a man named Mr. Duval, an elderly man, died of old age. Nothing fancy, just a standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter, Lizzie Duval, if you have any questions. She's handling her father's passing as well as anyone can be expected to. As always, don't hesitate to ask me questions. Best. P.S. Charlie, dear, please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. I know I don't need to tell you, but my maternal instincts are hard to ignore. I promise I won't mother you too much. Well, just a little. Ask Matthew, he knows.
All right, I'm right on it.
Let's do it, Amy.
Let's do this thing. Where do I put on? Oh, I'm already in it.
We're killing it.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We're so good.
Gosh, we're good at our jobs. I like our little hands.
I
We
know.
go,
It's a cute little walk cycle.
Zoop, zoop.
Traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless the family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will use embalming. Let's start by cleaning up the body.
Shing, 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 shing. All right, you're looking good. You're looking cleaner. Great.
Click the razor to
Drag to shave it.
There's that.
This would be a crazy job.
This would be a crazy job.
This is a crazy job.
In order to break rigor mortis, you'll have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body to. So we're just kind of. Oh, we're doing this.
We'll trace some outlines. Boop. Nice. Shoop. Good job.
Okay. Eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click to drag an eye cap into each eye socket to give it. Is this a. No, that's a cotton ball. That's an eye cap. Why is it spiky?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. To keep the eyes shut, you'll need to glue them. Click and drag the glue to each eye.
That's crazy.
I agree.
I do get it. It's just the way it goes, but like.
Because a lot of it, I mean, it's so much of it is just
For everyone else.
aesthetics.
It's presentational.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag a cotton ball into the mouth to give it shape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To keep the mouth from opening, you'll need to suture it shut. Okay.
Drink, 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 drink.
Okay.
Nice.
Click and drag lotion.
We're gonna get you all moisturized. Great.
Okay.
I was removing blood and replacing it with chemicals.
Click and drag the scalpel.
Uh-oh.
Okay, just a little bit. Need the tube to drain the blood. Tube.
Bloob.
Click the cannula. That's a cannula.
That's
I
a
guess I could have
cannula.
assumed.
What is
Drag
that?
it to the Carter. Okay. Okay. And then
Trocar.
additional tubing and drag it to the wait.
Drag it to the canyon. Wait. Oh,
there. Got
it.
it. Click the button on the embalming machine to turn it on.
Big on button.
E.
And it'll suck out some blood.
In order to evenly distribute the chemicals, you'll need to massage.
Nice, that'll get it all out.
Okay,
That's crazy.
this is a crazy process.
Wow. People really do this all the time. Thank
Every
you,
day.
People are great.
People are great.
People do jobs I so don't want to do, and that's so good for me.
But somebody has to do it, and
Yeah.
it matters a lot.
And I'm so glad. Truly, I genuinely mean that.
yeah, no,
authentically.
I agree. I know you weren't being facetious.
I'm also genuinely glad it's not me doing
yes,
it. You know?
and that too. Okay, and now
Then we're gonna suture it up. Shrink.
Okay, and then drain the organs. Is this a trocar?
I think that's a trocar.
And hold it to
Yeah.
the abdomen until the liquid has been drained.
Just go like. What is
That's
that?
literally exactly what.
It goes. And I know you all think that sound came from the game, but it's actually my mouth.
Isn't he
I provided
incredible?
the
What a
sounds
talent!
myself.
What a once in a lifetime talent.
That's my favorite
Okay.
onomatopoeia.
Mike will take care of Mr. Duval's makeup and as well as dressing and putting him in the casket.
I guess that's not an onomatopoeia, is that? That's just a mouth sound.
Yeah.
Onomatopoeia would be like slurp.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
Got it.
Time to attend the funeral.
Let's come hang out. Hi, everyone. Did I do a good job? Compliment me, please. Yeah, that you don't get a lot of compliments for how well you prepared the body.
No, usually not. I also imagine that there's going to be like some conflict where like maybe one person wants somebody
One
to be
thing and something
cremated
wants-
somebody,
yeah.
But we'll see. But maybe not.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it?
Yeah. 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, and then the next, poof, the person is gone. Just gone.
Yeah. It's weird to think about it for too long. Like staring at the sun. I start to feel all fuzzy when I think about it.
So weird. Our bodies just stop working like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So strange not seeing most people wearing white.
White?
Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many traditional funerals, so mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what.
He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch.
He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure.
Got your DS?
I get it. I get it. He looks good. He looks great. Looks so fashionable. Good respect.
Got all that makeup and
Yeah.
good suit on.
Really there with the latest trends. I checked Gucci before I prepared you.
Somebody very, very fashionable, but works here. Oh man, it's a very specific way to express it.
You know? All right. Hi, everyone.
It is December.
New body.
I've been here for a little bit.
You want to check the other things first?
I won't click okay, but we
great.
could, yeah.
Hello, Charlie. Today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions. Best. Passing on this lovely thank you note.
Hi, Amy. Thank you for the wonderful evening that you and your staff put together for my father's funeral. He wasn't always an easy man to get along with, but I'm glad to have seen him off in such a kind way. Thank you.
Of course. We got you. God, Jen.
Charlie,
Got a lot going on.
I was doing some reading. You know, you hate when I try to give you dating advice, but hear me out. There's this dating site that's specifically for people working in the death industry. Okay, so maybe I'm a little worried for you. You haven't mentioned anybody since new since the breakup of 2014 that we will never speak of again after this moment. But you're always saying how tired you get of people being scared to ask about your day. So maybe meeting somebody in the industry isn't the worst idea. Just promise me you'll consider it, okay? It's harder for me to make sure you're seeing sunlight when I'm all the way across the ocean. I know you look like a babe with pale skin and witchy goth aesthetics are super hot right now, but vitamin D is still a very good thing. Okay, mom rant over. I'm going to try it out because turns out people get super scared off when you tell them you work in a museum full of dead bodies.
So you're in a dead body museum.
Yeah.
I work on it. It's just crazy.
Also, why aren't we dating? Do you know how not interesting other people find teratomas? Charlie, I didn't know we were this weird to outside people. I've been spoiled by having a best friend who is as much of a weirdo as I am. I miss you. Let's grab a bottle of wine for our next Skype date. P.S. If you sign up for Dead Meat... Isn't that the best name for a death industry dating
That's
website?
so
Oh my
sad.
god. Tender rules apply. You have to like me if you come across my profile or whatever. I'm not sure how it works just yet, though.
You're definitely flirting with me.
I know, right?
Great.
I don't like the look of this. Not one bit. I know you've only been with us for a few months, but maybe you're aware of the trouble Amy has been having. Small mom and pop shop like Rose and Daughters can't compete with the bigger guys. Anyway, don't tell Amy I sent you this. Also, I'm starving, so I'm gonna grab some fast food before taking the hearse through the car wash. 2 birds with 1 stone, and swinging back to the home. Do you want anything? Beef and cheddar? I'm going to take the hearse through the drive-thru, of course. It freaks people. It freaks people out.
Yeah.
I love it. They get so awkward. Let me know. I'm heading out in 15 minutes.
That's funny.
Hey, Matthew. This is embarrassing, but it seems I miscalculated some of our income and I don't have enough to pay you this week. Would it be terribly inconvenient if I cut you a check for next week instead? If you need the money urgently, please let me know. I feel terrible about this whole thing, and I can cut you a check from my personal account if need be. I'm so sorry about this. I assure you it won't happen again. Take care.
If you've been a long-time subscriber to our emails or follow us on social media, you've no doubt heard about the misgendering that transgender people are at times subjected to during their funerals. There have been notable situations where trans women have had their wishes overruled by their families and have had their hair cut, are buried under the wrong names, and subjected to wrong pronouns in their obituary announcements. We care a lot about this because we believe in treating every person with the same level of compassion, respect, and care. And this absolutely extends to pronouns and respecting the deceased's wishes as per their lived experiences. The CDC's Funeral Home Director's Handbook on Death Registration and Fatal Death Reporting offers the fraught directive. Enter male or female based on observation. Do not abbreviate or use other symbols. If sex cannot be determined after verification with medical records, inspection of the body, or other sources, enter unknown. Do not leave this item blank. Leaving it up to observation obviously enters into a world of issues since bodies can be so different, and because of ingrained bias, people can draw incorrect assumptions based on their own inaccurate observations. California has passed what is known as the Respect After Death Act, which states that the death certificate must reflect the deceased's gender identity as they lived it. So, a step in the right direction. People who are trans deserve the same respect in death that people who are cisgender receive. Misgendering in death takes away this respect. It can also inflict hurt and trauma on spouses and friends that survived the deceased. So what can we do as funeral directors? Listen to the people who come into your office. In America especially, some marriages may not be recognized as legal depending on the laws around same-sex marriage. But this doesn't mean you're not dealing with two people who have loved each other in the same way as another couple. Listen, learn, and always be respectful. While you have to work with the next of kin, your duty is also to ensure the deceased receives the utmost respect in their burial. If a funeral is to honor the deceased, then do that. Honor them.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Funeral Monthly. Oh, has that been there the whole time?
I don't know. I guess this shows our prices and how this works.
Interesting. Actually, this is interesting.
Yeah.
So prices burial with an open casket, Bear with a closed casket. I get it. So that's all the money that goes into cremation with ceremony. You know, you could not ring.
I know.
You can respect me that way.
Okay, cremation. We're
all right,
doing this.
I'm on it. Let's do it. Gosh, funerals are expensive. I get it. It's a lot of work. There's so much that goes into it.
Yep. Before we cremate Mrs. Hall will need to prepare her body. Mrs. Hall's family brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process as to not damage them. Let's start by removing Mrs. Hall's necklace. Didn't they bring it to wear? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Never mind.
Huh. Wait, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Wait, keep going.
We need to be able to identify Mrs. Hall's remains after she has been cremated. Click and drag the round identification tag and place it in the coffin.
Great.
In, please. Thank you. Great. Miss Hall is all set to be cremated now.
Okay. All right. An open casket funeral would freak me out.
Yeah.
Just me personally. I totally understand people wanting one last, like, I see you, I'm with you. I appreciate that, but yeah, it'd be a lot for me.
There's so much about it that would be a lot for me.
Because I'd also only be thinking about the prep that went into getting them to look
that's
that
what
way.
I mean. It's it's because I wouldn't be able to ignore what has actually happened there.
And just like, I don't know, I guess there is like playing naive or playing ignorant, which those feel like negative words. I don't mean that, but being able to like, no, I'm going to accept what I'm seeing here and just ride that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm a little bit too inquisitive that I'll be like, oh no, I kind of feel like all I'm thinking about is that you did not look this good when you passed. I know that. So there's been a long journey to get you here, and that's crazy to be thinking about.
But it's one of those things where it's like, I'm really thankful that there is an industry that does that work for the people that need it. Yeah, but
especially many who like weren't in town or haven't seen them recently. It's like, if I haven't seen you in months, I guess there is some merit to being like, I'd love to see your face one more time.
Yeah,
I really would like to really just like, I don't know. I get it.
I get that entirely. This is the cremulator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash as much as bone fragments. Using the cremulator, we break those bone fragments down into ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn in the cremulator.
Cremulator. It's a Dr. Doofenshmirtz invention.
It is. It's the cremulator.
It's actually very, very scary.
I know. Click and drag the bone fragments on top. Okay, here we go.
Oh, goodbye, skull.
They really flip around.
You're not just like juggling a skull?
Now that all the bones have been processed, click and drag the urn back onto the counter.
Great. Or are we going to put the necklace?
Yeah, that makes that makes a lot more sense. Make sure to put Mrs. Hall's necklace back into the urn. Click on the necklace and drag. So it's like people want them to be cremated with the necklace, and it's like, we're not going to do that, but we'll make sure the necklace
put it
is
in with
her.
everything. Yeah.
Don't forget the tag. Okay, last step. Click the urn's lid and drag it onto the top. Okay.
Great.
All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers.
Great. Hi, everyone. It was okay. I know some people are weird about cremation. I hope you're all okay. Don't be weird.
People are definitely weird
People
about
are weird
cremation.
about cremation, yeah.
But also, for a lot of people, that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is nice in a weird way. She'd like that we're all here talking. She always tried to keep the family together.
The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but the cab cakes are perfect.
The what cakes? The cab cakes?
The cab cakes.
You fucking idiot.
The cab cakes.
This is why we don't have family get-together.
Glad she was cremated, not like an open casket or something.
Why do you sound like that?
Like that. I don't know if I could have.
Did you have a stroke? Why do you...
Don't.
At least we got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. That was Maura Rose.
She fought really hard. She was proud of herself. She never gave up, not even once.
That one's a kooky family. This whole family's kooky.
Only because we made them.
I-
They're,
well,
they're
that's what I'm saying.
aggressively
That's what I'm
normal.
saying. She would have hated this music. She never wanted the funeral to be sad. She would have wanted a smile, and she said so. No one's around her. That's crazy Aunt
I
June.
know. But this may be an unhappy family because this isn't like. Well, the crab cakes were good.
The cupcakes were good. The cupcakes.
The crab.
Come on.
Crab cakes.
This is why we fight. And now she's.
February.
Oh, not on Valentine's Day. Aw.
Broop. Uh-oh. More things coming in.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hi, y'all. It's with a very heavy heart that I write to tell you all, let you all know that Rose and Daughters will no longer be in business. I had no idea how to start this email, and resources I Googled told me that would be best and easiest way to break the ice. Be direct, but remorseful. Google said.
Thanks, Amy.
The truth is, I don't really know what to say. Since my father passed away, I've done my best to make Rose and Daughters warm and friendly to anyone who chose to use our services. It was my memorial to him, the original Rose, in a lot of ways. And you've all become like family, including you, Charlie, our most recent addition. But it's been getting harder to make ends meet. Rent is going up in the neighborhood, and I'm finding less and less like I have the energy for this business. There's a lot of competition from other funeral homes, larger corporations than we are, that can take on more business and offer more impressive services. You know the way it goes. So we've been bought, or I sold. Either way, soon, Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc., a company that owns many funeral homes in the city and across the country, will replace Rose and Daughters starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They're keeping the name Rose and Daughters Funeral Home for tax purposes. Though, honestly, I'm trying hard not to just see it as a move on their part to keep up the image that it's a family-run business. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that, but also don't know if there's anything I can do at this point either. I've signed the papers. At least my father's legacy is still intact. Somewhat. They have a good reputation, and I've agreed to keep you all on. That was one of my stipulations. I would sell as long as you all weren't without a job. Sorry I didn't tell you in a more personal way. I would have loved to have company lunch, but I didn't have the heart to tell you in person. This was easier on me. Please understand.
Oh, boy.
Sincerely, Amy Rose.
Things are about to get corporate.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Charlie, I thought you'd like to see this thank you note.
Amy Rose. I love Amy.
Hi, Amy. I'm so grateful. I'm so eternally grateful that you were able to accommodate our request with my sister's funeral. It was a beautiful service, and she would have been happy with it. That's such a weird thing to say, isn't it? Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Sincerely, Margarita.
I'm gonna skip that one.
Yeah.
I thought I would forward this to you. In situations like this, we typically connect people like Ryan with a grief counselor or other professionals who can really help them. Sometimes we get emails like this when people don't know where else to turn. It's difficult, and family isn't always the most reliable for some people. Usually I would be happy to connect them, but I'm feeling a little tired today. Not my usual self. And it would be good for you to start building these kinds of relationships on your own. You're a treasure, Charlie. Amy Rose.
Hi, Amy. I know this email might be a bit odd, but you said if I was ever having troubles, I could reach out, and you would know someone I could talk to about all of this. I don't know what to do now. I know my grandmother had lived a full, good life and was very happy, and that she's not in pain now, and I still feel empty, Amy. I've never felt this empty before. What am I supposed to do now? I thought I was stronger than this. Can you refer me to someone to talk to? I don't want to freak out my mom right now. She's dealing with enough with work and the will and things and trying to just be the best mom she can. I just need someone to tell me that it'll be okay. Thank you. And I'm sorry for being an inconvenience.
Oh man, no, you're great.
I don't know how to respond. I don't have the ability to respond to you, Ryan Garcia. Charlie, I've been playing a new game when things are slow at work. It's called Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. Get it? Get it? It's like Minesweeper, but way harder.
Gosh, death industry people.
I know. Like, seriously, it's really, really difficult. And I thought my Minesweeper game was on point working that overnight front desk job at the hotel for 3 years. But I must have gotten rusty. Anyway, instead of mines, you want to avoid graves so you don't disturb the adorable ghosts. The main character also kind of looks like you. Want to start a healthy competition? High score gets to pick the restaurant we go to when one of us is in town next.
You love me. You literally love me.
I know!
You absolutely love me.
You've lived your life mindful of the environment, doing your part to reduce pollution and generally help out where you can. So why not continue doing that even in death? At least that's the thinking for a lot of people who are turning to green or natural burials. Natural cemeteries are becoming more popular and are focused on a few rules. Mainly, it's that bodies aren't allowed to be embalmed with chemicals that can damage the environment, and bodies must be buried in a biodegradable shroud or casket. Not only is this better for the environment, it's also cheaper. At Union Cemetery in Ontario, Canada, a natural burial is just over $1,000. So better for the people, the environment, just maybe not so good for big business. Let's not forget, people, this is still a business after all. But really, why go green? Green burials help preserve natural resources, work to reduce carbon emissions, protect the health of those preparing bodies, and restore and preserve natural habitats. Embalming fluids tend to contain formaldehyde, and funeral directors report a higher incidence of leukemia. Going green and not using toxic chemicals for embalming helps protect funeral directors, while at the same time lessening the impact we have on the environment after we're gone. We here at Funerals Monthly think green burials are pretty cool. What do you think? Reply and let us know.
Okay.
Hi, Charlie. Please see the note below about the pacemaker. They can be tricky. Best, Amy Rose.
Hi, Amy. You asked if there was any special instructions we want to pass along. Just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker, too. The doctor told me that they would need it removed. Thanks, Mariana.
We got you, Mariana. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's cremate a dead guy. Everybody, welcome to America's favorite game show. Cremate a dead guy! That was the
That was beautiful.
theme song.
Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about removing any valuables from him, as the family did not provide us any to include. However, Mr. Reyes has a pacemaker that will need to be to remove before cremation. It's weird that he came from the hospital, and then we have to take it out and return it to the hospital. Yeah, just interesting.
I guess that's not the hospital's job.
Yeah, I
it's
guess
like
not.
if you have a full pacemaker in you,
Yeah.
I guess.
Because pacemakers are batteries, they will explode inside the hot heat of the cremation machine. And we definitely don't want that. Let's start by removing Mr. Reyes' pacemaker. Eeh. B.
Yeesh.
You can see the pacemaker. Click the forceps and drag the pacemaker out of his heart.
Yoink. Yoink.
There we go. Put the forceps away, then place the round identification tag in the coffin. Beep. All right.
Let's do it.
Button.
Goodbye, Mr. Reyes.
Beep.
We'll put you in a locket. Or I don't know, spread you in a garden or something nice.
Over a lake.
Yeah.
We're using Primulator, brick bones.
We got it.
Yes.
We've done this before.
Beep.
Crunch.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Oh, don't drop it
Okay.
on the floor.
I didn't.
Crunch, break, skull.
I would never.
Femur. Crunch, crunch.
Okay.
Nice.
Beep.
Boop. Bink.
Beak.
And lit
Bop.
that guy up.
Okay. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor.
Yay. Alright, it's funeral time. Hi, everyone. Here I am. What's our name? Charlie.
Yes.
Gay. Look at them. Gay. I love them. Hi.
Did you ever end up clearing the air with your father?
No. We talked a few times, but no, not really.
Yeah, he sounded like a difficult man.
He was stubborn. That's just it, stubborn.
What do you want to do after this?
It's pretty nice out. Let's change and go find a patio somewhere.
Oh, sounds good. I could really use a beer right now.
Hey, did I ever tell you about the time we tailgated?
Oh, this guy's in distress.
I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures.
Oh. Sorry, man.
I'm sorry. I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he really cared if I was there or not.
Aw. Oh, this is
not
a loved man.
low energy.
Yeah.
This is a rough.
Sadly, a funeral of people who didn't care much.
Yeah. Not much later.
Yeah,
Later
same
February.
month.
I guess maybe this is the first or the last
Yeah,
one
yeah,
before
top of the month, last one before
Yep.
the turnover. Okay. Did she say very beginning of the next month?
I think so. Let's see.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's our last day.
Yeah.
I'd pass along to you.
Hi, Amy. I just wanted to thank you for the service the other month. I apologize if I was abrupt. It was kind of a shock for me, and I didn't feel very comfortable with the whole process. He wasn't supposed to die yet. It hasn't been easy.
That's tough, yeah.
Mushrooms!
You hate mushrooms so much. I found the perfect thing for you. I've been thinking about death. I know, shocker. Look at what you've done to me. I think I want this mushroom suit. No, it's not called that, but I can't remember the name for it, and I'm writing you on my phone, so I don't feel like Googling it right now. Anyway, the idea is that it's a biodegradable suit that the deceased wears. It's made from what people called a biomix, i.e. mushrooms and other microorganisms that help to decompose bodies, neutralize toxins in the body, and provide nutrients to the soil or plants. I think this one company even offers casket liners for the use in green caskets. I think this is what I want. It'll be just like Hannibal.
Oh no.
Wait, don't tell people I said that, okay? But seriously, it's pretty cool. I love all the death innovation happening. We might as well do something when we're in the ground, you know? Love you. Think about it, and let me know your thoughts. I want all of your thoughts. If it's not this, then maybe I'll have my ashes made into jewelry. But seriously, I'm probably going to do this. There's no harm in planning ahead, am I right?
Oh, Jen.
Welcome back. Now, we rarely do listicles here, but for this month's newsletter, we thought a listicle would be the best way to deliver this month's advice. What not to say at a funeral. Woo! We know figuring out the right thing to say to a grieving friend can be extremely difficult, and since that's such a personal issue, it's hard to give specific advice. Some things will be more comforting to other people. But fortunately, we can deliver a little bit more solid advice on what not to say to someone who is grieving. So here it is, Funeral Monthly's top 5 things to not say to someone at a funeral. Number 1, at least they're no longer suffering. Even if this is true, nobody wants to hear this. It's probably not your place to dictate. Who wants to be told that the death of somebody they love is for the best? Like I said, even if it's true, don't be a jerk and just don't say it. 2, were they saved? No religious statements, just don't. I mean, why? Because not everyone agrees with your religious views, and not only is it not always comforting, it can also be insulting. Number 3, they're with the angels now. See above's notes, then rinse and repeat. 4, let me know how I can help. This one's tricky. You want to help, but those in mourning won't always ask for help. If you want to help, suggest specific things. For example, I'm free if you need someone to babysit the kids. Actions are better than passive statements. Cook something for them, take them to their favorite restaurant, or buy tickets to see a movie together. 5, I know how you feel. Even if you think you do, everyone grieves differently. Don't focus this on yourself. Empathy doesn't involve having to commiserate. Sometimes people will want to hear your experiences, but don't assume they will. Ask first. For a quicker version of this list that can be applied in any situation, don't say stuff just for the sake of saying stuff. Just say I'm sorry if you don't know what else to say.
It's a good listicle.
Charlie, I was hoping you wouldn't have to be to confront this situation. Yet, anyways, they're never easy. Rosendaughters has been asked to prepare the body of a young man who took his own life. We had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the family has demanded a traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, he didn't make anyone his power of attorney, or didn't have any witnesses sign his living will or his advance directive regarding these wishes, so his family is legally in the right to do whatever they want with his body. It's unfortunate, but we have to do as his family wishes. Matthew has graciously offered to take this on if you are uncomfortable with the subject. Instead, we have a second body you can prepare for a funeral we're hosting later this afternoon. Charlie, is this suicide something you're comfortable dealing with? Let me know. I'm here if you need me. Amy Rose.
Tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy. From Manuel Scott. Good day, Miss Rose. Disregard our son's will as it concerns matters of his burial. He was not clearly thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted.
Ugh.
Proceed with an open casket funeral. As for payment, we'll bring a check.
Oh,
Manuel
Manuel.
Scott.
Manuel. Sorry, Manuel probably.
Manuel, yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a hard one. I'd
It's
rather
like-
have it be
it's
in
like-
our hands.
It's one of those, it's like not comfortable with it, but also if it's gonna happen.
I'd
then,
rather be the one to do it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's tough.
Yeah. No kidding.
Ugh, families are tough.
Families are tough.
Oh, hi, pal.
The deceased family has asked for an open casket funeral. Let's start by cleaning the body.
Oh, this is sad. I'm so sorry. Boop, boop. Then we shave. The eye caps are really interesting. Do they weigh down the eyes? What do they do?
I think eyeballs like gelify, so it's to keep the shape.
Got it.
I think.
Got it. Okay. Cottons in the
balls.
That's gonna be. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough funeral.
Yeah, this is gonna be,
It's gonna be a
rough
really
one.
hard funeral.
Well, and one would hope that somebody there will have been aware of his original
Intention?
intent, yeah, or like what he had wanted, and so there's just gonna be conflict.
And also, even I don't know, being at a funeral with someone who has committed suicide and I don't know, all of the body every
yeah.
person will have a different opinion about it, and they'll fight about their opinions, and then clearly it's against wishes. I bet that was a tumultuous family situation anyway, which I don't know, that's just hard because who knows how much that had something to do with it, or at least was an influence around
Yeah.
it. It's just
Sorry, I've been quietly
No,
nodding
no, you're-
because it there's a lot of complexity.
This
there.
shit's dicey. Death
Yeah,
is
it's
so
dicey.
dicey. Death is a tough thing. And it's interesting that there's such a business around death. And it's I don't know. I have a lot of opinions about just the capitalization of anybody's trauma, but it's strange because there are different needs for different people. So how do you make that happen without it?
Yeah, I mean, there has to be something.
I know. This is, capitalism. Ooh, and people dying.
Well,
in-
but
in
even
a
without-
capitalist society.
Yes, agree. And I think plot-wise we're about to deal with that. But
Yeah.
also, even outside of capitalism, there have to be people to deal with
Yes.
death. That's a whole, there's, all done. Mike, we'll take care of Mr. Scott's makeup. Okay. All right,
All
here
right,
we
let's go see
go.
this shit show. I don't know. Maybe everyone will be respectful. Uh-oh. Oh, that's probably Manuel. That's my guess. Or maybe
Yeah.
Manuel's over there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wish we were closer. Wow, I still can't believe this is real, my baby brother. I should have played more games with him when he asked.
Ugh, awful.
God,
Awful.
I heard it wasn't going to be an open... Oh, this is not Manuel then. I heard it wasn't going to be an open casket.
I'm surprised it's public. Usually funerals for these
these circumstances are more private. I think that's Manuel crying, is my guess. I still can't believe he did it. I feel like I should have known, been able to do something to stop it.
There was no way to know. You can't blame yourself. You wouldn't have wanted that.
I know. It hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Spare Specs. What was his name? Uh-oh.
I'm bad with names. Don't do that to me.
I didn't know either.
Don't do that to me.
Uh-oh. Darn.
Okay, now here's our first.
Our new
corporate overlords. Everybody, welcome our corporate overlords.
Here, we're all a family.
Make sure you always pitch the upgrade and supersize that funeral.
Oh, not Chad Grant.
Chad Grant.
Or do you want to take Chad?
No, you take Chad.
We're pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as a part of Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. They will be another institution amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country. But of course, as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. culture, there will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. We will send them out the memo regarding the specifics and details of these changes, and we expect them to be followed impeccably. Glad to be the leading
It's a typo.
for Rose and Daughters from now on.
God, Chad, your
Chad
first email has
Grant,
a typo
CEO
in
and
it?
managing to fuck. You didn't finish my email.
Can I just say, first off, that this is bull crap. Ugh. Knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they're monitoring our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only fight a huge corporation taking all of your businesses for so long. This isn't 6 feet under. And they just swooped in, and now we have to deal with their BS practices. They're colder than a corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitative. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam, and emails aren't really the most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. P.S. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good.
Check Hillside Heritage. What are our prices now?
Whoa!
Wait, what? Wait, sorry, that's not... Does that say 25? No, sorry. I thought that 25 to 50 was
grand?
Yeah, exactly. Bronze funeral package. Oh my god. Management gather for your loved ones.
Subject to additional fees and taxes. Payment plans available. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ugh. This is a call for... Basically, it's not... the whole point is it's not transparent. You gotta call for a quote.
It's so annoying.
Fuck that nonsense.
That shit sucks so much.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
All right. Hi, Jen.
Can't really write much now. I have a lot of work I have to do with the inaugural hernia from 1750. It's the oldest in our collection, and you can even see the bit of paper the surgeon put in after removing the hernia. Super cool. I'll send you a link if you have a link when we have it cataloged. Oh, what is my life? What is that sentence I just typed? But anyway, this event that I'm forwarding you is taking place near you. Figured you'd be into it. Might help with the feeling of restlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk about some of the things you're feeling. Lots of death-positive people there. Sounds like you'd be in a safe place.
Come increase awareness of death with a view to helping people make the most of their finite lives. Join us, have a tea and cake, and talk with others about our thoughts, fears, and illuminations on death. The founder of the Death Cafe movement, John Underwood, once said, "When people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity." See everyone at the Upside Down Jar next Thursday. Death Cafe.
Not Death Cafe.
That's a meetup I don't know if
I
would go to.
I don't want to go there.
Funeral rites, even in our own culture, may be something many of us may be unfamiliar with. For many people, all they know of funeral traditions are what they've seen in media. But I think this goes without saying, funeral rites and traditions aren't the same across the board. Different cultures have different protocols for cleaning the body to different aspects of the service itself. Religion provides different paths for dealing with a death, but the goal is always the same. Almost always the same.
Sorry.
Offering support, guidance, and ease to the people who are grieving. In Judaism, internment usually begins immediately after somebody has passed. Up until the burial, the body is never supposed to be alone. So often, families will appoint a shomer, a guardian, to remain with the body. Preparations for the burial begin as soon as people in Muslim traditions as soon as possible in Muslim traditions as well. Local Islamic community organizations are also often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. But not all practices are strictly religiously focused. In the aughts in South Korea, the amount of graveyard space began to shrink drastically, causing a law to be passed that required families to remove a loved one's body from its burial place after 60 years. Many families began to cremate more often, but there are also companies that compress remains into beads in turquoise, pink, or black called death beads. This also occurs in North America, Europe, and Japan, but remains much more common in South Korea because of the space issue in graveyards and the expenses of cremation. And not all practices are somber either. Ever heard of the turning of the bones or famadahana? Famadahana. I'm just going to say that. A ritual by the Malagasy people of Madagascar. Famadahana has families return to an ancestral crypt, exhume the bodies wrapped in cloth before dancing with the bodies to lively music. This practice is a celebration, remembrance, and way of keeping the deceased involved in family news. Death can be difficult for many people, obviously, but that doesn't mean there isn't a beauty in the ways we choose to honor and celebrate our deceased. I kind of love this newsletter.
I do too. It's been a surprising, it's been informative and positive. I really like it. Yeah.
Click our coffee real quick. Can we drink?
Nope.
Charlotte! Below are the details for our next client. Ensure you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you're done, I'll review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Chad Grant, CEO and Managing Funeral Director, Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc., Rosendaughters Division.
Thanks, Chad.
Of course!
Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was... well, it was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Thank you, Leah.
Oh, she's gonna be hurting.
I didn't say, yeah.
Sure, Chad, fine.
Got it.
Whatever.
Got it, Chad.
Fine.
Do you remember her name? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Lonesco. I wouldn't have never. Ionsko?
UNESCO?
UNESCO? You think that's an I?
Yeah, I think of it. Yeah.
It must be. It's capital.
Yep. Prepare Miss UNESCO's body for cremation. She looks fine.
Yeah. Could have been way worse.
Place the round identification tag in. There we go. Okay, she's gonna be cremated.
Great.
Get in.
Goodbye, Miss
the box.
UNESCO. UNESCO is a great last name.
UNESCO is a great last name.
Doo-doo. Goodbye. These urns are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I love that urn.
No, it is nice.
I know, it's funny though.
Ooh, look at it go.
You going crazy. You're like
I
spinning
feel like-
a gun in an old Western movie.
I feel like Chad's gonna steal some of the
Jewelry or
or something. We're gonna get blamed, and then we're gonna go live a better life with our girlfriend in London.
Wow, that's where you think this is going?
No. All done. Matthew will take Miss UNESCO's urn to the funeral parlor and present it by some flowers.
I think is Matthew our friend?
He's gonna probably quit.
And then you're going to be left with a situation where you're now alone here, being like, I can't be here anymore.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Should we do a vigil at the spot?
Careless drivers, I swear to God.
I'm glad I'm here. Oh wow, I just need a glass of wine and to binge watch something right now.
I feel that. I feel that most days. That's kind of my default, honestly.
No.
I have to go through all her things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep?
If you need help, I can help.
No, thanks. I mean, but no. I don't know. It's so intimate. feels like I should do it myself. She would kill me if others saw the things we have.
Huh. Yeah. She was kind of a closed book, except to you.
Yeah. Yeah, she was special.
So glad it was a cremation. I would have lost it seeing her body.
I don't know why that voice was that guy in the corner being like, I'm so glad she got cremated.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
like, bro.
There's a lot of people. We have to.
Bro.
We gotta dig
No,
deep
I
on the
know.
voices.
It's true.
She was so careful. Wore a helmet, signaled, use the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they need to pay attention.
Have you heard what has happened to the driver?
These two are a duo. No, I haven't wanted to ask Leah. This has been hard enough on them without asking about the legal ramifications of all of this.
Yeah, after all this, let's see if we can do some, what we can do to help. Shouldn't deal with the death of the partner all by themselves.
I love those two. Those two are funny. Aw, she's crying. Aw.
So sorry. Oh, she's crying.
Aw.
It has very strong. Oh no, he died.
Oh no!
Yes. Oh no, he died.
What is that from?
It's
What is
like
that?
it's one of my favorite line reads ever. I'll show it out after this.
Yes.
Matthew, Charlie, I need your... Oh, yeah.
Oh no, Charlie, I need a drink. Beer after work. But yes.
Ooh, mozzarella
Also,
sticks.
I really want mozzarella
Ooh.
sticks. I can be both hungry and angry. And no, I will not say hangry ever.
Ooh, Gina, I'm so excited for Korean
I
barbecue.
know, I'm excited.
Ooh, we're getting,
It's gonna be good.
we're getting
Even
Korean
if we're
barbecue,
gonna-
and then we're gonna have the
smell
meat
like meat.
sweats in the midst of an escape room. We're gonna be locked in with sweaty meat pits.
Yay!
Hello! As stated in a previous email, here are the new rules and code of conduct I expect you to follow from now on, while on any premises belonging to the Hillside Heritage Enterprises. I'm coked out of my mind.
It sounds like
First
it.
and foremost, there is a required uniform and strict dress code from now on. Second most importantly to this is that no tattoos are to be visible. Oh, we're covered in tattoos. Yes. If you have visible tattoos, ensure they are properly covered and hidden. When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell.
I
You
literally,
literally
yeah,
said
no,
it. My
100%.
fucking God. I always encourage the deceased's loved ones to purchase the higher quality package. We find that encouraging loved ones to think of the comfort and style of the deceased as an experience with no price limit on it. Additionally, food is no longer allowed to be brought in. Instead, encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase our premium sandwich and appetizer food package. Our partner Catering Concepts provides high quality food that will be delivered weekly from their factory and can easily be defrosted the morning of the funeral. I expect all of the above changes to be instituted effective immediately to ensure a smooth transition into the high quality services Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. is known for. I went to Yale! Chad Grant, CEO. Hello, Charlotte! I have reviewed your request on behalf of a potential family inquiring if we at Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. can and will perform green burials. I should have informed you of this in the beginning, but we do not perform green funerals, as they are not cost effective. All employees and subsidiaries of Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. must comply. We do not wish to lose potential customers, though, so do try your hardest to convince the families requesting green burials to instead choose a traditional burial package, complete with embalming caskets and vaults. Instead, I trust you will ensure we do not lose customers, Charlotte.
Oh boy,
Chad
oh boy,
Grant.
Oh boy.
Fuck this guy.
I just saw a video of a gorilla walking on its hind legs.
Okay, I do love Jen.
Like a human being, Charlie. A human being. We as a species have seen the beginning of our end.
The appeal of a home funeral is apparent for many, especially if the deceased was somebody very close to you. The idea of keeping them at home until they are ready to be buried or cremated can be comforting. It wasn't that long ago that we were taking care of our own deceased, but nowadays, people are quick to pass off their loved ones to a funeral home. Most families aren't given the option and assume this is mandatory. Funeral homes will almost always prepare the deceased using embalming and other methods to make them appear more alive. But isn't this process counterintuitive to the grieving process? Being around the deceased allows the bereaved to spend a longer period of time with their loved one's body, which can help them mourn or give opportunities to family members and friends to see the deceased one last time before they're taken to be buried or cremated. The idea of keeping the deceased body at home might sound gross, but it's important to understand that decomposition takes a long time, and you can further slow this process by keeping your home cool and dry. To be around your loved ones and see them decay naturally is an important part of the grieving process. Home funerals aren't just more intimate, but they're economical. A traditional funeral, complete with body preparation, service flowers, cards, and many other hidden costs and fees, can cost upwards of $7,000 to $10,000. When you're able to take care of your loved one yourself, to wash and dress them, and to organize their viewing from home, the only cost remaining is entirely in the cremation or burial itself. However, it's important to understand that different rules apply given on what state you live in. In all states, it is legal to have your loved one's body at home after they die. States like Alabama, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Nebraska, New Jersey, and New York require a funeral director's involvement, from signing the death certificate to overseeing the burial or cremation. If this is a route you decide to go for yourself or your loved ones, make sure you follow everything by the book. Just know that this may be an option available to you and your loved ones if you so choose.
Okay.
Charlotte! I'm proud to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. received a contract with the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us, as I'm sure I don't need to explain to you, Charlotte. It's so annoying. Although Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. is being paid a I'm glitching because I'm not a real fucking person. Paid a decent wage from the city for these services. Cremation is preferred here, as it is the more cost-effective for the two options. The first unclaimed body we will be handling belongs to a middle-aged man, possibly homeless, whose body has yet to be claimed. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver aside from cremation.
Boy. Okay.
Damn.
Boy. Here we go.
I guess we'll just.
Jeez. I guess we're just doing
burn
this.
this guy. I guess. Sure. Aww.
Before we cremate this gentleman, we'll need to prepare his body. He doesn't seem to have any valuables on him that would be damaged during the cremation, so let's just worry about putting his identification tag in the coffin with him.
We don't even know his name.
Gentleman is all set to be cremated.
What's the tag say? John Doe 1? Like, I guess so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
I think it's more just, you know,
Yeah. Something
like
that.
the batch. God.
Ugh. This is a really interesting glimpse into what this job is like.
Yeah, no, I'm really appreciating how this game is approaching.
Yeah,
this.
I'm
It's
excited
like we're
to
gonna
read-
give you a shallow but thorough look
Yeah.
at what is involved in all of
I'm
this.
wondering if
Yeah.
whoever did this has worked this position or at least has,
or
like
has
a
a
loved
family
one.
member.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Using the cremulator, let's break the bones.
Boom. Oh, break. The bones are so
It's so
floaty.
silly how they just flip around.
Flip, 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 flip. Boop. Okay.
Okay, and then
Tag inside.
beep,
And
bonk.
done.
All done. Matthew will take the urn to the funeral parlor.
Thanks, Charlie. Sorry you have to cover up your tattoos.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
This is incredibly sad. And back in.
My guy. Ugh. Okay. All right, this has been a little over a month.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like we're about to lose Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to get a write-up, I feel.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Tattoos are
Yep.
out.
That's completely...
Chad's going to get mad. Hello all! We are thrilled to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. subsidiary Rose and Daughters just signed a contract with Morning Valley Hospital, allowing us to access all of the cadavers that come through their pediatric and maternity wards.
God.
Whoa, I came in really, really hot for that to be what the punchline was. We are excited about the opportunity to work with Morning Valley Hospital, which intakes over 100,000 patients and receives over $15 million in funding and donations annually. This will no doubt be a boon for Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc.'s bright and sustained future. Yep, there it is.
Yep. Charlie, it's official. I put in my 2 weeks notice. You know how unhappy I am working for Mega Corporation 101. My skills, especially my driving ones, are useful in other professions. So I'm not worried about myself. But you, I'm worried about. You're too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about these people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? But yes, I'll bring beers over the next week. We can talk a bit more freely.
I kissed her.
Oh, goodness. Dating a special effects makeup artist, and she is like the coolest person I've ever met in my life.
Good for you, Jen.
She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scenes, but so utterly delighted at the idea of a support group for people who have been possessed. That was the best recommendation in a while, Charlie. You were slipping there, but I was getting worried that you had lost your taste. But yeah, her name is Lily, and she's super death positive and isn't freaked out about my work, and also isn't too into it like that last dude I saw. Jason? Michael? Oh god, I can't remember. I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. She also totally gets what I mean when I say that, like, working with death and spending so much time thinking about death actually makes me happier. It makes everything else feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento mori, or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. We just clicked. Feels good. Fun and affirming, like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I think the idea of sharing cotton candy, or maybe not, I don't want to throw up on the rides, is sickeningly cute. Then maybe I'll kiss her on top of the Ferris wheel. Be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me for now. I'm still kind of in shock from your last email. Do you think you're going to do it? You know you have my support 100%.
You say we
no
might
matter
quit.
what you decide.
Oh, register a business. We haven't been checking that. Register a business. Damn it. We should have been checking those. We've missed something.
Yeah,
up there,
we've
without a doubt.
definitely 100%.
I apologize to viewers who are like, please click that. Please click that. But got it. Okay, we want to do.
This is cool.
We want to start our own thing.
This is cool.
Sick. Okay.
Okay.
We can call it a few different things, like flameless cremation, a bit of an oxymoron, but we'll let it slide, or perhaps more commonly, resomation. Its technical name, though, is actually alkaline hydrolysis. Whatever we want to call it, it's here, and it's environmentally friendly alternative to traditional cremation. But for the sake of this newsletter, let's call it water cremation. We all know that traditional cremation and burials take a huge toll on the environment, the high energy consumption that adds to the greenhouse gas effect being one of the chief amongst them. And water cremation is an alternative method available for the eco-conscious among us. How does it work? It's basically a water-based chemical process that uses really strong alkali in water heated up very high, about 350 Fahrenheit. It basically works like a sped-up version of natural decomposition. The excess water gets put through the same water treatment process as any sewage water at a factory, and alkaline hydrolysis uses significantly less energy than traditional cremation processes. Neat, huh? It's been around for a bit, and in some places became legal around the end of the first decade for the aughts. Not a bad alternative for those who don't want their death to have any greater impact on the environment than necessary.
Sorry, that's one where it's like, A, that's very cool that works. B,
Yeah, they're boiling. They literally boil. That's
okay,
crazy.
sorry. I was having a whole.
Well, there's a reason why things like that don't like go into fashion, even though they're probably better, is because it's really hard to stomach. Like, so you're boiling my loved one?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
I don't know. There's something about cremation that's like, it's so fast. It's just like,
yeah, it's
shink.
just like,
Yeah.
I'm just starting at the bottom. This is
Yeah,
a long
that's fine.
conversation. Dear Mr. Grant, regarding the last time we spoke, my daughter and I would still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves and keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden, we don't know what to do. We just want to make sure that she has a proper send-off.
Sorry, Kofi. Dear Mr. Dimka, I understand your desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you, the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. Give me your fucking money. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be beautiful, intimate gathering where all her beloved friends and family can come together and say their goodbyes. A standard embalming will allow for everyone to view your wife, ensuring that everyone can see her one final time as she was. Beautiful, peaceful, and courageous. Letting us take care of the food and our prepared food service will ensure you don't have a single thing to worry about on this day. You and your daughters are going through a hard time right now. Let us here at Rosen Daughters, a family business, make this a difficult time a little easier for you.
Dear Mr. Grant, okay, we will take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this hard time.
Charlotte! I see you were not able to convince the Dimka family to take a standard funeral. I had to contact them myself in order to not lose the sale. Please read the enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job. Ew.
Ooh is right.
Yucky. Chad.
Boy, oh boy.
Chad, you straight shitty.
He's just a bad man.
Chad, you straight a shitty
Just
dick.
a bad guy. The deceased family has asked for an open casket funeral. Let's start by cleaning the body.
Great.
Okay.
I'm excited to start a business. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm really glad that's the direction she's going. Come on.
I was just recently watching Love Is Blind UK.
Yeah, how is
know?
that going?
Actually I like it.
Yeah?
They're less shitty than the Americans.
Fair enough.
They're not good, but they're, I don't know, some of them are more endearing where I'm like, I kind of like, I am rooting for this relationship to work out. But one of them is the hottest funeral director you've ever seen. He's
Yeah?
so fucking hot. Yeah, it's great. And he keeps telling people his job, and they're like, wait, what?
Really?
He's like, yeah.
Nope, that's later.
I help people who are in mourning. And I have 8-pack abs. What else do you want from me?
I don't know if you need 8-pack abs to be a funeral director,
But
but
it
good
sure
for him.
helps.
Good for him.
I don't know, Gina. When I've lost my loved one, it's nice that I can see something. I don't know where I'm going with this.
I was about to say the dumbest shit I think I've ever thought and almost said, and I'll say it so you know what I was thinking. I was about to say, like, I think I thought people who run funeral parlors have, like, effectively the same hours as people who run bakeries, which is to say, like...
No, you're right.
Yeah, I think
you get
I'm
up
just-
in the morning, you
Yeah.
gotta prep everything.
I think I just had that as an assumption. I'm like, when the heck is he working out?
Always. But I guess that's not actually true because he's not doing this part of it. Like, he gets in when it opens. He's a funeral director, so he more...
But we're funeral directors.
Oh, is that what we do?
Yeah.
So we...
Everybody here has been labeled a funeral director.
Oh, huh. Because I'm imagining
That's
him
something that's been
a
catching me
little
off
more
guard.
as Chad, maybe? Not
Maybe,
like as
yeah.
Chad, but like more preparing the package and saying like, here's how we're gonna make the day come together.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas this is more like almost medical. Right?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry?
You're always hungry.
It's so cold here. I think they have the air conditioning on too high.
Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. Would be good to stretch my legs.
Mm-hmm.
This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this.
Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons.
Oh, hey. What did you think of that trailer I sent you?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that show's good. I saw that video of the one kid actor doing karaoke. It's James Corden.
No.
Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad for not doing what Mom asked for.
I know, honey, but what that Chad guy said seems right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot.
Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her. I wish I hadn't yelled at her before.
Shh, it's okay. She knew you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna miss her.
Me too.
Ugh, I want to punch that Chad.
I know.
I'll give him a little pop. I'm going.
The
right in
last
the-
thing
right in
in
the
the world
nose.
you want is somebody to be
August 30th. That's a big
like,
skip.
that is a big skip.
Is we-
Oh, we did it. Oh, and
Yeah.
look at the. Oh, it's so you.
Yeah, this is a lot better. This is a
Much
lot
better.
better. Tattoos out for the world to see.
Charlie, dear, I'm so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. Best wishes, Amy Rose. P.S. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor.
Magnolia Forest Funeral Home and Natural Burial Park.
Yeah.
Our services. Magnolia Forest, named after the magnolia trees that surround the funeral home, specializes in at-home funerals and green burials in our Natural Burial Park. Our goal is to empower families and encourage them to have a closer relationship with death and the dying process. The death of a loved one can be confusing and sometimes traumatic time, and we want you to feel fully involved in your loved one's death care decisions. Whether you're looking to care for your loved one from the comfort of your home, be present during their cremation, or bury them in our natural cemetery, Magnolia Forest is here to work with you and provide these simple but intimate and meaningful options. Natural Burial Park. Our Natural Burial Park allows the body to return to the earth and recycle naturally. It is intended as an environmentally sustainable alternative to existing funeral practices. Our park has room for bodies of all sizes and ages, as well as beloved pets. Families also have the option to bury their loved ones themselves if they so choose.
Aw. And look at those prices. That's so much better.
Yeah.
Way better.
How I hope she's got good funding, but yes.
Yeah, that's the
That's
the one
the-
fear.
that's the-
But the hope is you get more people coming in. so-
Absolutely. Hey, Charlie. When I first became a hearse driver, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering, it was sympathizing. I respectfully disagree. And thankfully, I concentrated on my driving skills since I am now working as a, wait for it, bus driver.
Aw.
A school bus driver, Charlie. Can you
Matthew.
believe it? Pretty sure if I said the most important part of my job now wasn't steering, I'd be fired immediately. I don't know how else to tell you. For some reason, I was worried you'd think less of me. But I don't know why. You've never been the judgmental kind. And besides, corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Screaming children, I might add. I actually love it. These kids can be pretty cute. But don't tell Amy I told you that. She was always harping on me about not having any kids and for being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. I'll swing by the new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can grab a bite to eat. Be seeing ya.
I love Matthew.
Matthew J.
Matthew's great.
Charlie, I am so happy for you. I know it's been a rough year for you. Seriously, I think our wine intake saw a bazillion % increase. But you've stuck through it like a champ. You deserve this. Finally being your own boss is a great move for you. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm trying not to be too cheesy right now. Can't wait to be home next week for our visit and to check out your new space. Always. P.S. Have you heard about these green burial pods? When I find the link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot it to you.
Hi, Eileen.
Dear Charlie, today's the day already, isn't it? I can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding and for your work. You've made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Best, Eileen Hansen.
I'll see you soon. I guess she's gonna be there for
I love Charlie.
I do too.
Charlie's nice.
I really like Charlie.
Oh, this is cool. Hi, everyone. Oh, and they're burying it themselves. That's nice. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much. But thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. Anyway, I think we're ready to get started now. Aw, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Good job, Charlie.
Charlie, you're really doing it.
Good job,
You're out there doing it.
Charlie.
You're making people's lives better.
I feel like I
And-
know so much more about the funeral process now.
I know, that was incredibly informative,
Yeah,
actually.
I've learned so
I learned a
much.
ton today.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic game. And I also really, really love getting insight into something that I simply don't think about very much. Like,
Yes.
you know, professions, just worlds that are other people's entire lives that are not something I've ever really thought about.
Big time. And then you see it and you're like, that is important. We do interact with that
It's incredibly
all the
important.
time. Oh, how lovely. Pets. Oh, good pets.
Meredith.
I love when they say pets.
Bastion.
Great name.
What a great name.
I like Bee.
I'm really glad we played that.
Lovely.
I have no idea what I was expecting, but I think that was just like
It was
I
a
said,
treat. It was a very like genuine and
Yeah.
authentic treat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It wore its heart on its sleeve, which
did.
is always very nice.
It really did. It was just like, hey, this is an incredibly important thing. It affects everyone.
Truly,
And
everyone.
It's good to know about it.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Oh, cool.
Thank you, Mortician's Tale. That was fantastic.
We appreciate it. Thanks for some good storytelling.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. Thank you guys for coming along, and happy death to you all one day.
But not too soon.
Not too soon,
Yeah.
but one day. And I hope it's smooth and easy going for everyone around you.
Indeed. Well, thanks
Basil
everybody.
got up on my. Whoop, whoop, you look at me. You lick at me. You lick in my mouth. Don't do that.
The dog.
Gina, stop licking my mouth. You shouldn't be doing that.
Hey, Bubba. Anyway, we'll see you all soon. Thank you so much for joining us for a Mortician's Tale.
Bye, guys.
Bye.